The Benefits of Rythmia. This is Dr. Jeff, Chief Medical Officer at Rythmia Life Advancement Center. So, there's a lot of benefits to coming to Rythmia. Number one, we're medically licensed. We have medical doctors, nurses, emergency medical technicians, therapeutic staff, a lot of people that are trained in how to help you stay safe medically. We also have a lot of holistic practitioners. We have a lot of people that are trained in how to help you with your process and how to integrate and understand what you're going through. So that's one good reason. Another reason is that Rythmia we collect data. So, most of these places that exist out in the world there's a lot of places that are really good. There's a lot of plant medicine facilities that are nice and helpful for people, and they're spreading the sort of plant medicine vibe, right? They're really good, and we like a lot of those places, but most places are not collecting data. So what is data used for, and why is it important? Well, I have an opinion as a person about what I think should work. But my opinion doesn't necessarily matter if the data proves otherwise. So that's just statistics. So if I think that we should have small groups of people, maybe 10 people at most, doing a plant medicine ceremony, I think that would be better because I can believe that the shamans are more attentive and the shamans are more involved. There's less people distracting me. If I believe that that's the way to do it, then that's my perception. And I don't have any data on that. That's just my own belief. Well, we have data that shows the bigger the group of people doing ayahuasca, the better the result. And we have about 85 to 95 people, depending on the week, doing plant medicine ceremonies together. We have a lot of staff to support and help those people. And guess what? Our rate of success is the highest when there are more people here. So what does that mean? Well, I had to think about this because I wasn't so sure. I was like, how can that make any sense? Because if you got 5 or 10 people in a ceremony, wouldn't that be like better? Wouldn't that be something that's more, I don't know, more personal? And what I came to understand through the data and through the experience that we have after almost 4 years of being in operation, having 6,000 plus guests, the energy of the group is very, very important to help the person that's going through the ceremony get the support and the sort of momentum to work towards what they're trying to accomplish. So we follow data. And in the holistic world, in the spiritual world, and in the sort of like, I don't know, whatever this world is that we're dealing with all this kind of stuff, there's a lot of opinions, and those are great. And I love those opinions because every individual has their own sort of belief system. And I like that because I believe that everybody's individual and they have their own sort of set of circumstances that led them to be who they are. And I really celebrate that and love that. But if we're talking about like, let's change the world, if that's what we're talking about, because that's what we're talking about. If we're talking about let's change the world, well, there has to be a certain sort of way that we go about this. It's not based on personal opinion. It's not based on what some dude thinks, from over here in Southeast Florida. Even though he's a really cool dude, he's got a great company, he's a great dude. It's not based on what his opinion is. It's based on what is the data showing us, because the data does not lie. The data tells the truth, and the data will help us navigate the program and help us shape the program and help us move the program where it needs to be. If you came to Rythmia in the first year that we opened and you come now, you will see a completely different Rythmia. And the reason for that is not because of personal opinion. It's not because I've aged 4 years. It's not because Jerry, changed his mind. It's not why. The reason why Rythmia is very different right now than it was 4 years ago is because we have collected data. that has showed us what we need to do to have the most effective results. That's why. So, all you people out there that think that ayahuasca should be legal in the world, and I'm one of those people, all you people out there that think the pharmaceutical industry is totally corrupt and is trying to just make money, which we all know they're doing and they admit it, and all you people out there that think the government is trying to suppress things that allow people to be aware and awake and open, all you people out there, right, that think this, allow Rythmia to conduct a study of this data to allow us to be viable in the world that will allow change. Have you ever tried to make a governmental change? Have you ever tried to make a policy change? Have you ever tried to write a law? Have you ever tried to file a medical license? Okay, because I'll tell you what that requires, because I haven't done all those things. Okay, what it requires is data. It requires statistics. It requires evidence-based practices, which, by the way, I hate evidence-based practices. I don't freaking like them. And for all you guys that are researchers, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, but bottom line is this. Data and studies and numbers are what create change. So you could have these places that exist out in the world that are doing plant medicine ceremonies that are really, really good. And they have great shaman, they have great staff, and they're working with the people. And I love that. And we have nothing against any of that. Okay, they're not going to change a goddamn thing. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because most people aren't going to go to those places. Most people are not going to go there. Politicians aren't going to go there, likely. People that have the influence in government aren't likely going to go up the Amazon River for 3 days to try to do a ceremony with a bunch of people they don't know. They're just not likely going to do that. I think they should. Don't get me wrong. I think they should. But they're not likely going to do that. Okay? So the policymakers, the people that have the voting power and the policy sort of influence, lobbying influence, they're going to come to a place that is medically appropriate, that is safe for them, that has sort of the Western conveniences that they're used to, because that's what they kind of need to kind of like get over their sort of insecurities and their fears and their sort of doubts. They're going to come to Rythmia. And what's going to happen at Rythmia is we're going to sit down with these people, right? We're going to sit down with the politicians. We're going to sit down with the influencers. We're going to sit down with people that are making policy adjustments and changes in the world. And we're going to say, how was your week? Did you get what you came for? How are you and your family? How are you as an individual? Do you feel connected to your soul? Do you feel that you now understand your constituents? Do you feel that you really now can plug into what is needed in the world? And that's what we talk to them about. And they say, yes, I absolutely do. I have this amazing drive to make a change in what I'm doing with my influence, whether it's in government, politics, business, whatever it is, right? And then there's a ripple effect that's big, and it's big and it grows. And that's what changes the society and changes the world. So everybody who's come to Rythmia, and I love every single one of the guests that have come here. I love all you guys. What's up, Debbie? What's up, Peter? What's up, Wayne? What's up, Martina? You guys are the bomb. I remember all you guys. You guys are super important. You guys are important people to us. And you're important people to your family, to your community, to your society that you live in, your community, right? And to the world. You are just as important and just as valid as any government politician or any policymaker that's out there. Okay, so what we're trying to do at Rythmia is make a change in the world. We're not trying to cater to the spiritual elite. We're not trying to cater to people that are like, oh, this is like ayahuasca is something that has to be done in a certain way. And I'm from I'm from Sedona. Not to knock on Sedona. I'm just making a joke. Okay, I love Sedona. But you guys are not honoring the tradition of the indigenous people. Because in order to do plant medicine, you have to be worthy to step into the spiritual alliance that is allowing you to do. Dude, what the fuck you talking about? Shut the fuck up, okay? The plant medicine is talking to us as people. There's all different ways it's doing it. There's the Rythmia way they're doing it. There's these other retreats that are doing it. There's all these sort of like influences that are doing it. There's all these shamans that are involved, right? There's all these people that are learning from the shamans. There's all these medical practitioners. I have nurses, doctors, and psychologists here every week. Okay, they're learning about it too. Okay, so allow Rythmia to have its niche. And our niche, guess what? I think that, I'm just guessing, I think that policymakers in Washington are probably going to listen to what we have to fuck to say. And the reason is because we have so much data we've collected. We're working with medical schools. We're working with legit research centers. We're speaking at various conferences all around the world. Okay, so we have a niche. That's not the whole thing. It's not the whole thing. There's other centers that are totally doing the work, and they're freaking awesome. We love them, and we wish nothing but the best for them. They're laying the groundwork. They're sparking up people. They're going to like make a change, okay? We're all working together. I don't criticize any other facility. I don't criticize any other sort of way to do this. We all have our role. Let's work together as a group. Let's get this handled. Let's make a change in the world that's needed. We all know the world is at a place of desperation, politically, medically, psychologically, addiction-wise. I mean, just like you guys know. Okay, you guys know. Plant medicine is here to help us. It's trying to talk to us. Are we listening? I'm trying to listen. I'm not perfect at it. I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to listen what the plants tell me. And I'm trying to make a shift in my own life on how to do this. Come down to Rythmia. Check it out. We'll help you with the integration, with the learning. Then we can make a ripple effect to make a shift in the world. Rythmia, make no bones about it. Rythmia is trying to change the world. We want all the plant medicine facilities, all the shamans in the world, all the people that go to those places to also unite and work together to make a shift that's best for everybody, for humanity. No more death, no more disease, no more famine, no more genocide, no more war, no more crazy shit that's going on. Fuck that. We're over it. Okay, it's over. Time to change. Love, light, peace, happiness, connection, and what's up with the world. That's what we're doing. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm on fire tonight. You guys know it. I'm not usually like this, but I am tonight. Thanks for watching. Love you. Pura vida. Dr. Jeff. Rythmia Life Advancement Center.